Hello everyone, welcome back. Severt is here, coming back with a new part of what if Deku had, eat the smoked devil fruit. Now, before anything and everything, I'm not recording as much as I do lately because, one word, school. Alright, is that enough explanation? Well, let's get right into the video. As where we last left off, Izuku right now standing in front of the face of none other than the number 3 hero Hawks. Just looking at him after he saved, of course, Neck from falling from the bridge that right now they are on it. And some people have stopped their cars to watch what happened there, as the police officers start to come closer to the scene, and Hawk's just standing in front of Izuku. Before we get right into it, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Tell me what you think about this part, and well, let's get right into it. As after that, Izuku said, "Why did you save him, Hawks?" As Hawks said, "Because he's the headmaster of the agency of, the Public Safety Commission. I'm not just gonna let you kill someone." As after that, Izuku said, "Bullshit! That person is the reason for my mother's death." As after that, Hawks said, "Isn't it was Black Mask is the one that killed her? Why are you going after Neck? He's the one that gave you a house, a place to stay in, and give you an identity, and also let you get into UA, and now you're trying to kill him. Why, Midoriya?" As after that, Izuku said, "I'm gonna show you. You really doesn't know anything. You're really being manipulated by him, like an idiot, and you're supposed to be the number 3 hero. Well, if you will not gonna get out of my way, Hawks, then I'm gonna suffocate you to death. Understand?" As after that, Hawks said, "Not if I manage to, just swap away your smoke around of me, huh? Midoriya, I'm not usually fighting against you. I doesn't use my full power. You think I'm gonna go against a 16 years old kid with my full power? No, I never did that in a fight between us. So, please, calm down and come with us. We can talk." As after that, Izuku said, "No, we can't talk. I already done from talking. Time to fight." As after that, Hawk said, Alright. But keep an eye on the cameras because I'm sure the people are gonna enjoy seeing this." And after that, Izuku immediately jumped into the air, and immediately Hawks fly up into the air as Izuku throwing a right punch with a smoke, a right smoke punch, as Hawks throwing, his sword feather on Izuku. And after that, their powers smashed together, but of course the sword of Hawks going right through Izuku's body, and Izuku managed to punch Hawks in his face, throwing him on one of the cars of the police officers. After that, Izuku jumped on the ground and said, "You think that you can defeat me that easily, Hawks? I'm invincible. You can't hit me." As Hawks said, "Maybe not by my feathers, but I can defeat you by this." As after that, suddenly Hawks just immediately pressing on a button on his suit, as Izuku seeing Hawks just taking his wings out and seeing them being covered by a black substance. As Izuku said, "What is this?" As Hawks said, "I thought that maybe I should prepare if you ever became a villain, so I decided to ask Neck for some upgrades. You see the suit? It's made out completely out of this, the stone of the sea. Let's see you try to pierce through my, of course, feathers right now, Izuku." As after that, Izuku said, "You fucking asshole." As after that, Hawks said, "Just look around of you. We are on a bridge in the middle of the city, and down of us there's the sea. So if you fall down, Izuku, you are a dead beat. You are just someone that will gonna die and just suffocate to death. So why don't you just stop? I can touch you right now, and you will not be able to touch me." As after that, Izuku said, I'm not gonna stop. Do I look like I'm gonna stop? He killed my mother. He destroyed my life. He forced me to become a hero. And you telling me to stop? No, I'm not gonna stop, Hawks. Not before I see every single person that helped in the killing of my mother be suffocated to death. And that will gonna start with you, Hawks." As after that, Hawks said, Alright. Well, come at me then, as after that Izuku immediately just taking a step back and covering the whole bridge with a smoke screen and just making a mist all around the place as Hawk said, this old trick, really? You're gonna use that? Cool. As after that, immediately Hawks fly up in the sky and just looking on the bridge, seeing the mist is, just on the bridge, and he just trying to see where Izuku is. As he tried to use, his sun, of course, his glasses on his face, having some sort of he can track the heat of someone's body. So he's tried to track the heat of Izuku's body, but he doesn't see him anywhere because Izuku is basically a smoke. And after that, he said, man, for someone as him, I really doesn't know where he's hiding. And after that, suddenly, Hawk's hearing a sound from behind as he looking back and seeing a whole wave of smoke just hitting him immediately, covering his whole place. As after that, the smoke started morphing Izuku's body as he just see of course, the upper half of Izuku's body normal, on its normal shape, but his legs are turning into smoke so he can, fly in the air. As he just throwing his arms on Hawks that right now covering him, getting hold of him by increasing the thickness of the smoke around of Hawk's body, making him more like a snow. As after that, Izuku said, now down you go, little bird, as he immediately throwing Hawks down into the bridge, smashing him down as Izuku immediately flying downwards on Hawks, going directly to throw a punch. Immediately Hawks stand up and throwing a couple of feathers on Izuku. Izuku immediately separate his body, turning himself into a pile of smoke, just like a little bullets of smoke everywhere, dodging the bullets of Hawks or the feathers, and after that morphing his body back again and immediately going down on Hawks. But before he managed to do that, suddenly, of course, the feathers that right now, of course, covered by the stone of the sea and their colors right now is black, immediately pierce through Izuku back, stabbing him directly. After they come back and just change directions, as after that Izuku fall on the ground on his face and Hawk stand in front of him as he said, I told you, you can't defeat me, kid. I'm the number 3 hero. I didn't take that place just because I'm gonna be defeated by a 16 years old kid. As after that, Izuku tried to stand up, but Hawk's throwing a couple of more feathers that covered by the stone of the sea, making Izuku unable to move as he said, damn it. No, I can't stop yet. I can't stop. As Hawk said, you need to stop, Stop this, Midoriya. Let's just talk, alright? As after that, Izuku said, I'm not gonna talk with you. As after that, Hawk said, too bad then. I think there's no other way other than just taking you into the police officers and into the prison. As Izuku said, I'm not gonna end up that easily. No, never. As after that, Hawk said, come on, stop already. You can't move. Just look at yourself. As Izuku said, I'm not gonna stop. As after that, Izuku started tearing up and Hawk said, oh, come on, don't cry now. And after that, Izuku just head fall on the ground as Hawk's coming closer and said, hey, Midoriya, stop looking down on the ground. As he coming closer and said, hey, Midoriya, are you okay? As he see him unconscious, as Hawk said, wait, did he fall unconscious? As after that, he just said in his mind, maybe this is a trick from him. Maybe I should see does his heart still pounding? As after that, Hawk's using, of course, his goggles, trying to see if Izuku's heart is pounding, but it's actually stopped. As after that, he said, what? He's dead. As he immediately taken his feathers off and said, Midoriya, but immediately he getting a punch directly to his face, throwing him away. And after that, Izuku stand up and swapping away the blood on his face and just taking the feathers out of his back and said, a new trick, just turning my heart into a little pile of smoke. You think I can only turn myself into smoke? I can turn part of my bodies. You really are an idiot, Not because you are the number 3 hero, that means that you always will gonna win your fight. But I think this fight is already over. this fight, you are the winner in it, but next time, as Izuku starts walking a little bit back into the side of the bridge, as he said, I'll be the winner. And immediately he just taken a swan dive off the bridge and immediately start falling into the ground as Hawks start, flying after him and seeing Izuku going down into the ground or, into the sea head first. And immediately before he managed to smash into the water, suddenly he just turned into a pile of smoke and disappeared with the wind. As after that, Hawks tried to see left and right, but he doesn't see anything because Izuku's smoke has already gone everywhere with the air. As after that, he said, damn it, he ran away. After that, Hawks immediately go back into the police officers. As he immediately stands in front of Nick and said, hey Nick, are you okay? As Nick said, yeah, thanks Hawks. I really doesn't know what's happened to Midoriya, but thanks for help. As Hawks said, no worries, we need to just find him now. I wonder where he's gonna go. Wait, you come here. As after that, one of the police officers coming closer into Hawks, and Hawks said, do you have still the kid with the purple hair? Is he still in the police officer, in the police office? As after that, the officer said, yeah, he's still in the prison. We keeping him there. Why? As after that, Hawk said, immediately call the prison now. As immediately he just calling the prison and said, hey, is the kid with the purple hair is there? Still in his prison cell? As after that, the other side just answering the question and said, huh? Yeah, he's still here. He really didn't do much. He just trying to talk with the people here, but we know that we should not talk with him. So yeah, there is not a big deal going on. Why? But suddenly of course the other side, the guy just scream on the top of his lungs saying, wait, why the hell there is a lot of smoke here? Get back! As immediately suddenly the other side just turned off, and of course the call just turned off. As the police officer said, there's something happening there. As Hawk said, damn it, he gonna get him back. As he immediately starts flying into the police office, or the prison. As he immediately, after a couple of minutes, he finally got into the place. As he see a couple of villains just running out, and a couple of police officers are trying to stop them, but he doesn't see Izuku or Shinso anywhere. As after that, immediately we cut into Izuku, as right now he's just in an alleyway with Shinso, and Shinso just looking at him. As Shinso said, thanks for helping me. As Izuku said, yeah, it's not a... But before he managed to continue, he suddenly just stopped talking. As Shinso said, alright, I want an explanation for everything that's happening with me right now. Tell me, why the hell you left me there and you let the police officers, get hold of me? As after this, Izuku being under the mind control of Shinso, he said, I tried to get Nick. He's the reason for my mother's death. As after that, Shinso said, what? But isn't he the person that, put you inside the Public Safety Commission agency and gave you your room? As after that, Izuku continues saying, yes, he's not as the people thinks him. He is. He's a liar. As after that, Shinso said, tell me, damn it. Then how about this? Tell me, what do you know about him? As after that, Izuku suddenly explaining a couple of things about, of course, Nick, and how he was, of course, working with the villains, or technically Black Mask, to see the kids that having the most interesting quirks and just putting them inside some sort of a bad situation, killing their mothers, fathers, maybe just giving them a chance to show their heroic nature or something like that, and just Nick come and take them in and train them to be heroes. As after that, Shinso said, I understand. So you really didn't plan for the number 3 Hawks to get hold of me? As after that, Izuku just moving his head with nodding, saying no. As after that, Shinso said, "Alright," and immediately he stopped using his mind control. As Izuku said, "Oh, why was that?" But immediately he getting a punch into his face. As Shinso said, "Because of you, my career as a hero has been ruined." As after that, Izuku said, I'm sorry, Shinso. I know this might be bad, but I'm really sorry." As Shinso said, "Sorry will not gonna get me back into you. Hey, because of you, I lost my only chance to show that I can be a hero. And now all the people are gonna think that I am a villain, just like they thought as me when I was a kid." As after that, Izuku said, the people were thinking that you are a villain when you were a kid. As Shinso said, "Tell me, what do you think about someone that can brainwash you and force you to do things that you doesn't want? Tell me, how does that make you feel?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, I know, but it's just that I'm sorry." As Shinso said, "Damn it." As Shinso just fall on the ground and sits down. As Izuku said, "But we can save we can, fix this thing. If we prove that Nek is the one that, just using us and he's a bad person, we can, maybe come back into you." Hey, as Shinso said, "And how are you exactly planning to do that, Izuku?" As Izuku said, "You with me. You are here with me. You have your mind control ability. With your mind control and my ability to make us, basically invincible, we will be able to get Neck very easily. And after that, all what you need to do is just make him talk into the cameras. And when that happens, the whole world will gonna know the truth about him and what he done to me and also Hawks." As after that, Shinso said, "I really doesn't have any other thing to do. I mean, I'm sure that the police officers are already at my father and mother house. Damn it, what they are gonna think about me." As Izuku said, "I'm sorry, but I can help you to fix this thing, Shinso. Just please help me. Can we, work together?" As after that, Shinso said, "Alright, Midoriya, just no more stupid plans. Alright, I'm not gonna do that again." As after that, Izuku said, "Alright, Shinso, but first of all, we need to find a place where we could hide. We need to hide somewhere." As Shinso said, you need to hide somewhere?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, do you know a place?" As Shinso said, "Well, I used to go into a little abandoned warehouse when I was a kid to kinda cry to myself and play with cats." As after that, Izuku said, "Great, that will be a perfect place. Take me there." As after that, Shinso said, "Alright, come after me and make sure that no one see you." As Izuku said, "Well, alright. People are really doesn't know you because you didn't show on the cameras. They immediately took you into the prison, right? They didn't, show your face on any cameras?" As Shinso said, "No, not really. They just put me inside the prison." As Izuku said, "Good. Then I should, just put my hoodie on my head and let's just go." And after that, Izuku and Shinso start walking down the street. Shinso, of course, trying to hide himself after getting inside, some shop and taking a hoodie jacket out of the shop after brainwashing the owner of the shop. As Izuku and Shinso are just moving until they finally got into the abandoned warehouse. As Shinso said, "Well, here is my hideout, I guess." As after that, Izuku said, "Well, this place will be perfect for our mission. Now, what do we know about, Neck? We know that he have an agency on his back, and Hawks and other couple of heroes are there, and they know about my weak point, and I'm sure that Nick will gonna tell them about it." As after that, Shinso said, "Your weak point?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, I have a weak point. Do you want me to tell you?" As Shinso said, "Yeah, I mean, tell me, aren't we gonna work together? I need to help you if anything bad happened." As Izuku said, "Alright, Look, I can't swim. For some reason, I really can't swim, and the stone of the sea hurt me. I can't phase through it in my, smoke form. And also, there was that one Yaksha clan, a couple of villains that, calling themselves the Yaksha clan. They have some sort of a weird ability that I believe they call it Hake. It's giving them the ability to hardening their weapons and just turn it black. And that black weapon can pierce through my skin and just hurt me, just like the stone of the sea. So these are my weak points, as after that Shinso said, not really much, but I think this will gonna be easy to avoid water. As for the stone of the sea, I'm sure they will gonna make a couple of weapons out of it. But how about we, just look around the place and try to find someone or something that might, we might gonna use. As after that, Izuku said, yeah, we need to get some things into this house. Maybe you could use your brainwash ability to, as Shinsu said, you telling me that you want me to steal from the shop just because I have a brainwash quirk, right? As Izuku said, I mean, we're not just gonna sit on the ground in this abandoned warehouse, aren't we? As after that, Shinso said, I mean, you're right, but aren't we basically a villains at this point? As Izuku said, I would say that we are vigilantes, alright? Maybe anti-heroes, something like that. As Shinso said, seriously, vigilantes? Anti-heroes? What the fuck are you talking about? As Izuku said, I mean, do you want to go back into UA or not? As after that Shinso said, yeah, whatever. Alright, let's just go. Let's just get some things into this fucking empty place. And after that, Shinso and Izuku start walking a little bit in the city, brainwashing a couple of people to get what they wanted, and in the end, Izuku managed to, of course with the help of Shinso, brainwash one of the police officers and taken his radio out of his car so he can listen into the radio of the police officers to say what happened on the other side, and also a television for the news and what they needed, to be honest with you. As in the end, Izuku said, well, I think this is our new place. As Shinso said, yeah, I mean, it's not really new for me. I was, sometime I just sleep here with cats. As after that, suddenly a black cat just coming down from the roof. As Shinso said, here, look, there's one. As after that, Shinso just sitting on his knees and the cat just jumped down and getting closer into, of course, Shinso, as he starts petting her and said, this is a beautiful cat. Is this yours, Shinso? As Shinso said, not really, it's just, you can say, a friend of mine. I call it Void. Do you like it? As Izuku coming closer, and after that, he was about to pet the cat, but she immediately hisses on his face. As Izuku said, looks like she doesn't love me. As Shinso said, maybe you just smell like smoke. As after that, Izuku said, fair enough. Well, I think we should sleep for the night. What do you think? Whatever. Let's just go and sleep. As Shinso said, what do you want to say? Just tell me. You doesn't have to hide it from me. As Izuku said, it's just nothing, alright? As Shinso said, if you will not gonna trust me, then how are we supposed to be a team? As Izuku said, alright, I'm gonna tell you. As after that, Shinso said, alright, what is it? As Izuku said, can you please take the cat out of here? I have... I'm quite sensitive for cats. I just... doesn't really like them. As Shinso said, oh, so that's the reason. Alright. Get out of here, Void. As after that, Void just left the place and Shinso said, better? As Izuku said, yeah, a lot better. Alright, I'm gonna sleep on the couch and... or maybe you should sleep first. You were in the prison, alright? I'm just gonna watch the place. If any villain or a hero try to come in here, I'm gonna immediately wake you up, alright? As Shinso said, alright. I'm gonna go to sleep, as after that Chilsa just sleeping on the couch and Izuku just sitting on the top of the roof of the abandoned warehouse to see if there is any heroes or villains are coming closer into this place. And this one gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you think about this part and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.